So we're talking to Denise. Denise, what is the name of the person that you're trying to communicate with today? Or no, or yeah. I was gonna be like, no, just tell me male or female because you have both. But I'm like, yeah, you know what? Just tell me a first name because if the cave last night was any indicator, we don't need to just be doing roll call. We'll never get out of here. That's a perfect angle for this camera, and I have good hopes about it. Okay, you are wanting to talk to John. Okay, fantastic. He's telling me he went down all at once. That's like the first thing that comes out of his mouth. He's like, I went down all at once. Hold on. I think it's from something underlying. And this isn't like goes down in steps, okay? This is like boom, like suddenly, unexpectedly, and then just whoo. So there's the indicator that we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And then I keep asking him who he is to you. He keeps flashing me a light symbol of a rose, which indicates father figure, but he's not convincing me. So I really want to draw it, but I'm just not convinced yet. Okay, and then he said he I feel like it's something of the upper body, and he had a hard time breathing, and definitely something gray underlying, like it's not necessarily a partial responsibility thing. It's like an underlying thing that kind of just like jumps up at us. Does that make sense? He makes me feel like it gets out of control. We 360. He gives me an analogy of like a car accident, but then like black ice type of thing. Like we don't expect it. It's underlying and it just like swoop. And then when he describes it like medically, he's like suddenly and straight down. Who is this to you? How did he pass? Oh my gosh, I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to know. She's like, yes and yes. So that's great. So it's already resonating. I know. I'm not convinced that this is your father, but I will put the rose in there as a sign of endearment. And this is her brother. Okay, good. I'm like, I see what you're showing me, but I don't believe you. Okay. And she said, so this is traumatic. She said, I found him in bed from a stem bleed. Okay, and I know that there's a lot of ways to pass out there, and I don't mean to seem uneducated, but what's a stem bleed? Alicia, thanks for following. I appreciate that. And so you found him. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I don't mean to sound like I don't know, but like what's a stem bleed? Had a hard time breathing, something underlying, everything was fine, and then whoop, out of control, done, everything declined, didn't get a chance, brain stem bleed. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but I'm like, I know brain stem bleed from high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And there's that underlying, and I was like, medical thing, it just went womp, and then I was like, upper body, chest, hard to breathe, and he was showing me. And he said it suddenly. Wow. Didn't get a chance to say goodbye, except you're freaking traumatized because you find him. He just told me that he goes, there's nothing she could do. And she knew I was gone right when she saw me. Her heart sank, her stomach sank, but she stayed strong for everybody. Like, you went into, I'm going to handle this mode. And he recognizes that. All right, he says that we still have a lot of his things, definitely things that he wears, but lots of his things. He goes pretty much untouched, actually, and then he kind of laughs. I like his laugh. He's very kind. He's, quiet and got a really good heart, and, he looks like he's in his, he wrote a 3, but I thought he was in his 20s. So I'll go like late 25, 35, that late 20 spot. He seems a little... I was going to say 20s, but he wrote a 3, so I don't know. Okay. I had his daughter with me. I did CPR and kept her in the other room. And he talks about you being like, I'm handling this. I am taking care of this. There's other people there and you did it. And what are the chances? I mean, pretty good because we've done this a million times. Welcome to Kato the Medium Show, right? Welcome to the Kato Show. And she talks about, and he, talks about how you took care of everything, and his daughter was there, and you did CPR and kept her contained so she didn't have to be exposed to it. That is incredible. He says thank you for that. You know, he does take the partial responsibility. He goes, but how could I have really known? I mean, he goes, look at my age. How could I have really known? I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. Like, you know you have an issue, but you don't think you need it medicated type thing. I get it. I get it. I get it. So it's not like you know, he is at peace on the other side, able to communicate. You have dreams of him, and he sends you the repeating numbers. And the music, but you got a grandma up there that helps with that. Okay, love you.